future.
You guys ready for the Robotaxis?
Yes, I'm very excited for them.
So I guess you're going to be servicing them here. I guess it's going to be the fleet?
I'm actually not sure how they intend to integrate them with service. I don't know, genuinely. I'm not sure if they want to do a delegated service center or if they're going to bring them here. I hope they bring them here. That would be very
It looks
awesome.
like a huge capacity.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I can't say, but I do know it's going to be
That's
really
what
cool.
I'm trying to get some information.
Yeah, don't worry.
By the way, that was a great question. Great question.
Yes.
I think that's why you built this place, the Robotaxis.
Our parts
Look at the
department is
size
kind
of
of
this
hidden, but
infrastructure.
it's all the way over there in the corner.
It's enormous.
And we have,
There's
a
Doge Dog.
dedicated employee that runs the parts, as well as
Doge Dog in the house.
all the hardware back there.
So, did we just see the new Robotaxi service center? Now, first of all, let me say, we were very fortunate to get a tour of this brand new Tesla facility. It's on Lee Vista Boulevard in Orlando, Florida. If you get a chance, go visit there. The showroom is phenomenal. They gave us a VIP tour of the service center itself. The service area was actually closed yesterday, which was Sunday. And we were invited in for a special tour because we were in Florida for the TestCon convention at the Margaritaville Resort in Kissimmee, Florida. This event was put on by the Tesla owners of Florida, and some phenomenal people there. Too many to mention in this video. But anyway, they invited us in. Now, I didn't have I'm not a great videographer, frankly. I didn't have the right equipment. I actually wasn't expecting to be able to shoot video in there at all. But there were, this question that he answered was very, very interesting. This facility is enormous. It's absolutely enormous. And we all know that Tesla receive very little service. I have a 2022 Model 3. I've put windshield washer fluid in it and put tires on it. That's it. And this is my new office, and I call it my office now because if you've noticed lately, most of my videos have been made in this vehicle, or they're about this vehicle. So this is my office, this is my studio, and as you're going to see soon, it's also going to be my living space when I'm camping at Tesla events. But anyway, I want you to watch the entire video so you can see how amazing this facility is. Now, I did not get pictures of the outside because, like I said, I wasn't prepared. But I do have some stuff, with the decor in the showroom and some other stuff. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you'll watch the entire segment at the end where this amazing young man was talking about the entire facility. And by the way, Elon, every single person in that building are very young, very smart, very, very impressive, and they represent you well. Enjoy the video, and I'll be right back.
You guys may have. My name is Nelson. I'm the sales general manager and delivery as well. And I'm here with Danny, who's supporting from the location in Florida Mall. Okay? Nice to meet you. You guys can follow us here on this side.
Oh, wow.
These are freebies, so if you see something you like, you can grab it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Yes. Oh, whoa! Freebies. I like the mug.
We did good. Nice. Very nice.
photos allowed? What's up? Yeah, pictures are allowed. Yeah, we'll do a walkthrough. You can get up close with the cars and stuff. So we'll just wait for everybody to come up without damaging the equipment. Obviously, you know, we have dual motor cars. You have to be kind of cognizant about how you're transporting cars around. So we have ways to do that there. And then this is kind of a demo of a simple car. We stage our service center in such a way that the easiest cars get put up front. That way it saves time for the customer. You're not driving it all the way through the shop. This is what would be called a waiter car. So you have a simple service like a 12-volt battery, a tire, something like that. That will be here front and center. In this case, this car was just here for a low voltage battery. So just kind of gives you an idea of what you would see up here. This is one of the newer low voltage batteries. This is a lithium ion battery, so it's a 16 volt. It's different. Anybody that has maybe like a 2023 and down, you're used to the 12 volt, which is lead acid. These are the newer ones. These are actually super light, so you can, if you want to hold it. Yeah.
Wow.
They're very, very easy. Yeah.
Wow,
Feel free.
it is pretty late.
What's up? They're too new to know. I haven't seen one really go out. The only time I've seen one of these go out is from neglect. So we have some customers, if they let the car run to zero over and over, then they'll go out. But I have yet to see one go from just regular use. This is a lithium ion.
No, but what battery is that's a backup battery or the...
This is the 12 volt. So you have the high
mine went
voltage
out.
one?
Mine went out.
Yeah. This is the low one.
You got a 12 volt or 16?
16 volt.
16 volt.
Yeah.
I rented mine.
Yeah. Right here we have a cart. This just shows some of the suspension equipment that you would see on cars. So these are lower control arms. These are sway bar end links, just suspension stuff that we would be servicing. We can do pretty much anything at this service center. So we do glass, we do suspension, anything that's not bodywork essentially. This is our brake bleeding machine. If we, obviously as we know, Teslas don't really use brakes, but if your Tesla got old enough that you would want to brake bleed, we have that here. So we can do full services.
He had a question. He want to know how long does it take to change the battery?
The-
how long?
the big one?
time?
Yeah.
How long?
Depending, if you have the smallest pack, which is standard range, old Model 3, you're looking at about $8,000 with parts and labor. All the way up to like you have a Palladium S or X, that would be maybe around 16,000, 17,000.
How many hours of labor on maybe a Model 3?
Not a lot.
Not a lot?
Not a lot. The battery's most of the cost. When it comes to doing the battery, these come out super easy because you can see it's just a straight drop. So when we get up to this Model X, you'll be able to see underneath a little bit. We can take a look. Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yes, that's another battery table here. This is just kind of a demonstration of the toolboxes that we have. So these are Tesla-provided toolboxes for all the technicians. We have kind of a drain. Anybody that's curious about like the high voltage battery that wants to see, you can come over here. If you bend down that whole plate, that is the high voltage battery. That's why it's so easy for us to swap the pack because it's a straight drop. So you just take all those bolts out. That's the easy holding the battery straight on the table. On an older car, maybe about 2 to 3 hours. On newer cars, sometimes a little more intensive, maybe 4 or 5. If everything goes well, smoothly. So it's pretty straightforward. This is Cybertruck, so this is one of our newer vehicles. We have this open to kind of showcase the newer features in there. So it is still a super manifold heat pump setup, but everything is a little more compact, and we're running off of Ethernet in this car. So there's less focus on running straight in. It's more of a networking. These cars are a lot more simple, surprisingly, to work on and deal with. So people look at the size and they are kind of overwhelmed, but they're honestly fairly straightforward vehicles. Pretty cool. I like it. Over here is our glass. So yes, we do windshields. You can make your windshield visit here. I actually recommend it because collision is usually bad. You'll get a faster turnaround if you use that. So we can do your back glass, we can do the roof glass, we can do the top glass. And then obviously this is like our suction cups. We can lift it out of the car, we reseal it, we'll leak test to make sure there's no defects, anything like that, and then we'll send it on the way. As far as insurance, because that's a really common question when it comes to customers who have service, we do not work for it. But we will let you guys work prior to coming in. So you can send that estimate to your insurance company, get the ball rolling, that way you don't have to wait a long time for reimbursement. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, and obviously you guys probably see pretty much covers you against anything that isn't straight up it's pretty good to have. Over here, this is just the back of the Cybertruck. So you can take a look again. Anybody that's technical likes to see how vehicle components work. That is the rear drive unit of the Cybertruck. And what you're looking at in the back is the air suspension compressor. Or excuse me, the reservoir. So you're looking at the reservoir which holds the air. All those lines coming out go to your damper valves. And then down there, of course, near between the rear wheels, that's the drive unit. So that's what's powering the vehicle to move forward and backwards. And you have an open exposed view of the bed mechanism as well with the tonneau. Yeah. And that is pretty much it. I mean, we have obviously, you know, our cabinets for facilities. This is our prep bay. So whether it's your personal vehicle coming in, like if it gets dirty sitting on the lot, we have the ability to clean it. Of course, also if you're buying a new vehicle, they will clean the vehicle and prepare it here as well. And because this is a service and delivery, we do take care of all those issues on site. So if the vehicle comes in with something brand new, it's messed up, we can address that here. I'm actually on the team that pretty much does the preparation. So typically, if you make an appointment in your app and you get the people like messaging, asking questions, I'm the one that does that for this facility. So there's a good chance you'll probably talk to me. But we try and get everything worked out before you come in. So whether it's you know, hey, my camera didn't work this morning, we can try and get the camera here before you show up. That way, instead of you having to leave your car for a week, we can get you in and out. So try and be kind of ahead of the game on that regard, because we all know what it's like. I mean, everybody that's had a car pre-Tesla that had to leave it at a dealership remembers their experience. It probably wasn't good, right? So it makes it a lot easier when we can kind of know what's going on. So these cars are pretty good. But yeah, anybody have any questions, stuff like that?
I saw Superchargers outside.
Yes.
Is that new? Is that something they're starting to do? I haven't seen that at service location.
Yeah, no worries. They do have Superchargers at all Tesla locations. Those are primarily for customers who are in service, or it is for the sales vehicles being charged out, demos, stuff like that. Those in particular are very interesting because those are V4. So all the Superchargers that you see at like Wawa and all those places, those are V3s. These are the brand new V4 ones, so they support higher charging for like the Cybertruck and stuff like that. But they are trying to incorporate those at every service center, just that way they're on
And
site.
I saw the roof too. I saw there's like a lot on the roof.
Yes. That's going to be for the sales cars. So we do service down here and in the parking lot, and then sales, when they get their vehicles, they're going to be staging them on the roof. That way we kind of have some vertical storage. Yeah, absolutely.
The new line of lines, have you been getting a lot of people coming back for those like hubcaps, making like creaking sounds and stuff?
I have seen those, yes. I'm not sure what the resolution is. I believe it could be just something with a revision, but yeah. I have seen a few of those come in, yeah.
If I go on a freeway, I'll put it on.
It's a feature.
You guys ready for the Robotaxis?
Yes, I'm very excited for them.
So I guess you're going to be servicing them here. I guess it's going to be the fleets.
I'm actually not sure how they intend to integrate them with service. I don't know, genuinely. I'm not sure if they want to do a delegated service center or if they're going to bring them here. I hope they bring them here. That would be very
It looks
awesome.
like a huge capacity.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I can't say, but I do know it's going to be
That's
really
what
cool.
I'm trying to get some information.
Yeah, don't worry.
By the way, that was a great question. Great question.
Yes.
I think that's why you built this place, the Robotaxis.
Our parts
Look at the
department is
size
kind
of this
hidden, but
infrastructure.
it's all the way over there in the corner.
It's enormous.
And we have, we
There's
have
Doge
a
Dog.
dedicated employee that runs the parts, as well as
Doge Dog in the house.
all the hardware back there. So.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah, so this service center is pretty good about it, but we do have some smaller centers that don't have capacity, and we are a little different in the regard that, in a normal dealer you would have direct contact with the parts, whereas here you kind of have to go to the advisories. But Tesla did kind of become aware of that. They're making it more accessible for customers to get parts online. So we have epc.tesla.com for people that like to do DIY. You can go on there and maybe potentially even order. We're starting to do shipping. So anybody that's tried to get a part, like if you're a long-time Tesla owner here, you tried to get a part, you had to come to the service center. They're trying to work on rolling it out to where you can get it shipped to your house. So if you're capable of doing like your own 12-volt stuff like that, you hopefully soon you won't have to be coming into the service center all the time to get.
You don't need dealers.
And you guys do collision here too? Or no?
Only if it's very, very, very basic. They try to keep collision over there because what we tend to find is that customers get a collision, they say it's the bumper, we take the bumper off, and we find that it's the body. Then we end up having to send the car there for. But if it's something real easy, like if we all know like it's just a rocker panel, something that we can take off and on, we'll try and do that here. Just because we can get a fast turnaround. So we're all in the interest of it's your car. You want it back as fast as possible. So yeah.
Since you mentioned the lithium ion with 16-volt battery,
Yes.
how critical are the accessories you put it on?
most of them are 12 volts, right? Or the
Correct. Yeah, so they have regulations. A lot of those components actually can run higher than 12. Yeah. But the car will kind of put a threshold as to what voltage it needs. So everything on the car is monitored through CAN, Constant Area Network. So yes. It will basically decide what it needs when, and it will just utilize that power. So
you still have a CAN bus and the amount of watts.
correct. So let's say, for example, if you're sitting in your seat and you tell you move the seat forward, the seat motor will press from the DC left. It will request 9 volts, and it will tell us 9 volts to go to the seat motor to get the seat forward. Yeah, at 16 volts, you'd have a very fast, very fast seat. So, yeah. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very
awesome.
much.
Yeah, no, it was a pleasure having you guys. Like I said, you'll probably be talking with me, so feel free, message me, have fun. And then we will go back to the customer lounge.
Thank you
take
for
it from
working
there.
on Sunday.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, no worries. It was great seeing you guys.
We just have one Cyberpiece.
Yes. We got another one that we partner with somebody. So we got
Okay, so what do you think? I mean, you saw the whole video. I hope the video did the size of the place justice, because it is enormous. And if you look at a city like Orlando, first of all, it's obviously an enormous amount of tourism there, as well as the people who live there. People who work in the service industry. They work at Disney, they work at Universal Studios. They need low-cost transportation. So between them and the tourists, RoboTaxi will really shine in Orlando. Now, if you have 20 RoboCabs, if you have 50, if you have 100, if you have 200, if you have 300, they need charging, they need to be cleaned, they need to be serviced. You're going to need a very big facility to do that initially, until us regular John Doe citizens are operating our RoboTaxis, and they're allowing our RoboTaxis into the fleet, in which case, who knows, we may be going there to charge also and clean. Maybe we'll pay them a slight fee out of our income. Who knows? Nobody knows. But this young man seems to be very excited about what's coming, and somebody has talked about something there, because he specifically said, I can't talk about many things. Now, he is phenomenal. Everybody in the place is phenomenal. I said that already in the video. But you tell me what you think. What is going to happen when they launch RoboTaxi? The other thing I learned at the TeslaCon in Margaritaville, Tesla conference, is there are whispers that the first launch in Florida will be in Jacksonville, and it's coming up very soon. According to sources at the event, many people said possibly October or November. We know that Florida will welcome Tesla RoboTaxi with open arms, just because of the political structure there. Let's face it, some of those states are way ahead. Because they understand the future, and they're welcoming technology. They're not stifling it. So I can promise you this, and I spoke to another guy here on X and on YouTube, Smokey. We are going to be down there, Smokey the Bear. We are going to be down there as soon as they launch. He lives in Jacksonville. I'm in South Carolina. I will be driving down there. I have the RoboTaxi app downloaded on my phone. And I promise you, I will be down there, because it's my duty to do videos of the launch of the RoboTaxi in that area. We will be taking rides, and we will be showing you the good, the bad, the ugly and what I believe will be the amazing technology that is Robotaxi. Thanks for watching.